Good morning and Happy New Year. It is a very cold day here in Canada. That's where I live. And I have been spending the last couple of days getting my planners ready for the new year. And I haven't had a video in a really long time. I do apologize for that. But what I thought I would do is do maybe 2 or 3 little videos so that they're not super long, because I have lots to show and to talk about. What I thought I'd talk about first is my 2 newest acquisitions, which I got. I usually do this video from another angle, so I'm hoping these will show up. I might actually, after I talk about these, I might switch everything around so we have a better visual. As you can see, the sun is shining. It's very bright here, but it's super, super cold. So recently, the Holborns went on sale, and I got both of the zippered ones. Now, I had been using the other Holborn, the clasp one, which I'll just pull down here, for years. Actually, for 2 years I used it as a wallet. Absolutely loved it. Here it is, as you can see, all empty now, with all my old calendars and things like that. And I really, really loved it. But what I found is, because I use it every day, it was getting really, especially the inside was getting ragged. I don't mind if this part gets beat up. In my mind, that kind of makes it, I like it better when it gets a little bit beat up. I'll take those little posts out of the way so they're not a distraction. So, sorry. So, I really love this, but I was getting to the point where I was starting to sort of take it just in with me, almost as a little purse, to the stores, because I kind of have everything in there. So then I thought, well, maybe what I'll do is, when the zips went on sale, I always wanted to see what one was like, so I thought, all right, I'm going to get it. So first I got this one. Actually, I got them together, I can't remember. Anyway, I got this one, and I really like it. There are things that make it a little more, but I wish that this had all the features of this. If it did, it would be perfect. Because, as you know, for any of you who have these, this one has these 2 awesome pockets, and then in the back it has 2 awesome pockets. This one, the zip, only has the pocket here and the pocket up here and the pocket up here. There's no pocket in here, and there's no pocket in here. So I had this whole system because I go to the U.S. a lot. I live right on the border. So I had my U.S. money here, my Canadian money here, my passport in the pocket under here, and then my receipts under here. Well, now I've had to sort of change that all up. So now my passport is in here, my receipts go in this front pocket, which is nice, and it does keep things in, like there's no issue there. And then I keep all my money together in here. So it is working out. I do love that I can zipper it. Sometimes I don't zipper it, which I should do more often. I often just kind of leave it open. But I do often just take it right into the store with me. So I really like it. For my calendar, and I'll just go do a quick run through. This personal one has gotten to be quite simplistic. I use it as a wallet, and I use it every day. I just used a clear sleeve and put a pretty horse picture on the front. There, I don't think I have any personal note. So I put a horse card, I cut it down to size and just used it for my first page. And then I decided to get the Day Runner monthly calendars, because they have the tabs on the top. So they're like this. They have really small weekend days, but that's okay. I just put like appointments and things like that in here, so I like it that it has the tabs. And then I am using right now the just week per page for this size. I started using those quite a while back when I'd gotten a slimline or a compact. I think it was an Amazona. And I really like these because, again, they're just for marking down quick stuff. My more detailed stuff goes in my bigger organizer now, so to me this is just for appointments, if I have an errand. And then sometimes if I have, you've probably seen my diaries before, if I have like a grocery list or a list of things I want to do, I'll just take and put it on a plain page and stick it in the middle. So yeah, it's pretty pared down. I might do some dividers in here, but I don't think so. You'll see I have spent a lot of time on dividers over the last few days on my other Filofaxes, so this one I might just leave the way it is. But I do love it. Of course, I love the Holborn leather and all that. Now, this is the A5 zip. Now, what had happened was, I don't know if you remember, if you watched my videos, you maybe remember, I had gotten the sketch zip. And I loved it. I had said, I think in a previous video, I was using my Domino? Yeah, my Domino, no, I'm sorry, it's the one with the elastic. Anyway, it was the snake. Yeah, Domino and Snake, that's right, because the Metropole is the other one that's non-leather. So, sorry, there's a sunbeam coming in through there. In the next one, I'll change my positioning here, because this is just not going to be that fast. I'm going to go into more detail after. So, I use this sketch zip for work, and I loved it. I loved having a zipper organizer for work. I like being able to kind of zip it up and hide things if I wanted to. It's great because you can actually just kind of throw papers or even an extra pen in there and just zip it inside. What I tried to do with this was I tried to use just a laminating kit from the dollar store, and basically you just put it on and you seal it in. It didn't work. Look, so you can see it separated. But it kind of got me thinking about how I might want to do that in the future. And so I think, kind of up my technique, and I'll talk about that in the next video. So with my work binder, so I'm not going to go into all the detail of the setup. I'll do that with my next one when I talk about the Holborn in more detail. But I really, really loved this one. Had nice big rings. I liked being able to zip it, and I ended up carrying it everywhere. But it's funny because this cover, which is very nice, it's like part leather, part high-tech material or cloth or sort of, and I found it really wasn't that forgiving. It would, if I set it down somewhere, it would get blotches and stuff on it. It started to look kind of grungy. But it made me realize that I really did want to think about getting a zip Filofax. Well then, the Holborn zip came on sale. So what I did was I ordered it, and I got my husband to give it to me for Christmas. And it was so funny because I brought it home, and I said, honey, I want you to give me this for Christmas. And he basically snatched it out of my hand and took off with it. And of course, I wanted to look at it and see if my things would fit in. And then one day he was away, and I went on this furious search to try to find it, and it took me forever. I found it in the back of his sock drawer. So when he was away, I would sometimes kind of just take it out and kind of gaze upon it, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm enjoying the idea of taking it around work, because I've gotten to the point now where I actually will take my Filofax and just carry it from classroom to classroom. If I have to go to a meeting, I'll just bring this with my cup of coffee. I don't bring anything else because everything I have is in, and everything I need is right in here. So I'm really glad to have this nice, pretty leather one. I like, I've had issues in the past with this kind of seaming and stuff in the Holborn, but now I really particularly like it in this one. To me, it's almost kind of funky looking, so I really like it. So, but I will tell you a couple of things I don't like about this, even though, and we'll see how it works because I haven't used it at work yet. My husband wrapped it up and I unwrapped it at Christmas. So, first of all, one thing I liked about the sketch, was that this pocket here is really deep. So if someone gave me a page of something, a list, let's say, or an agenda for a meeting, I could just cram it in there, and I could just pull it out whenever I needed it. Well, because the pocket is very deep. It goes way to the end here. I don't know if you can see that. Way, all the way to the end. And I really like that. Well, that is not the case with this little guy. This pocket only goes to here. So I cannot put any loose leaf, anything like that in here. Okay? Same with back here. There's a pocket back here. Okay? And this one goes here and it only goes to there. So I can't put any papers in there unless I fold them twice. So it's kind of a pain, right? So I will say that what I ended up doing was the papers that I'd had in that pocket I put in here. See? And it fits a lot of papers. So, I don't know, maybe, this is quite giving. Maybe I'll end up liking this pocket better. I don't know. To me it looks a little messy having these kind of popping out at the top. See, now I'm going to have to try to cram them back in here. I don't know, maybe it's a lesson I need to get my papers better organized and get less papers in there. the other thing, folks, that is an issue with this is I have got a gap. Now, people have all, I've seen people talk about the gaps in the rings, and I was kind of thought, God, guys, relax. It is a little bit of a pain, though. I don't know, you probably won't be able to see it, but there is a little bit of a gap there, and pages do catch on it sometimes. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be okay. They don't catch that much. Maybe they don't catch any more than they would on a regular page. Maybe I'm just more aware of it now because I know there's a gap there. Anyway, I'm not going to return this. Like if it came to the point where it got to be big and it was bothering me, I would just use this for something else. I would use it as I'm going to start, I think, a household journal. So I might use it as that, or I would find another use for it because I really do love it. But I think it's going to be fine for work. I'm only concerned because my work Filofax, this size, is probably the one I use the most. In that I'm always opening it, I'm always using it. You can see from my dividers, and I'm going to go into I'm going to do a separate video on the dividers that I've made over the last few days. But I use it for planning, I use it for personal and work. It is the one I sort of open and close and use a lot. So I'm just a little concerned about the pages catching. But we'll see. I'll give you an update and let you know how it goes maybe at the end of January. But I really, really, really love it. I'm so looking forward to taking it to meetings and carrying it at work. And these are so beautiful. And I saw a video where somebody was saying that they had gotten one and they couldn't carry it. They carried it one day and it got a ding on it. But to me, that's kind of the joy of this. And I guess the Maldens too. I've never gotten a Malden because to me they look like they'd be too floppy, and I like to have a little bit of structure. They don't really appeal to me in that respect. But I think they have a similar kind of leather that's just very forgiving, and you can just kind of make friends with it, and you can just you can live with these, and they want to live with you. They don't want to be sort of put away somewhere. So that's where I'm at with these right now. What I think I'll do next is I will do a video just showing you the dividers and kind of how I made them. Because I made 3 different sets, one for my mom because I'd gotten her a Filofax, which she really, really liked. I got her one for Christmas, and then I have my horsey one that I've shown before, and then I have this one. So that one won't be too long. I'll just show the dividers. And there was one other thing I was going to talk about. Maybe my setup? I might be able to do that all together. Anyway, I hope this wasn't too scattered. Like I said, I think, although the sun appears to have gone down now, of course, so I think maybe my video will be fine if I just stay in this spot. So as you can see, more to come. I'll talk a little bit about some of my favorite things and how I made my dividers in my next video. Okay, see you soon.